Alright, guys, what's going on tonight? This is the Club of the Man 1993, and a little bit of a different angle, I know, from where I'm shooting from, because I felt that lazy. So, I've had a busy weekend, as I said. Well, plans kind of changed from this weekend. I originally was supposed to be working yesterday and Christmas party today. The Christmas party happened, but because of the new restrictions due to the pandemic, here in PA, my Saturday gig ended up getting canceled. So I then had to, had to, I again I had, but I ended up having other plans. So I did that stuff yesterday, great time, and then of course Christmas party today. But let me tell you guys, right now, I just literally feel like my adrenaline rush from this whole weekend, this exciting and fun weekend, has just crashed on me. So because of that, I didn't really watch SmackDown. And as you can tell, I am super lazy. I am literally sitting on the edge of my bed right now doing this review because there's stuff on my chair. I don't feel like cleaning that off. So instead, I'm just sitting on my edge of my bed doing this quick recap of what I saw that happened on SmackDown this week. So, like I said, I'm not going to grade this episode of SmackDown. I didn't really go back and watch it, because of everything I had going on this week, and that may be the case for the holidays also. As I remember last year, I believe last year when I was streaming through Periscope, I think I took the month of December off because I had no interest in doing any streaming right then. But now that I have my channel back, of course, I like to still keep things consistent, so that's why I'm still going and streaming, even though I've considered taking a break a couple times. But I'm at least going to come up here and just tell you guys at least what happened on these shows. Like, that's just how it had to be for the next couple weeks. I don't know, guys, but... So, again, what I usually do is any shows that I look over and read the results and nothing really appeals to me, I usually go back and just watch the top 10 highlight video on YouTube. And if anything really catches my eye, then I go back and watch it. And to me, the only thing that really caught my attention, as always for SmackDown, is the stuff with Roman Reigns. And, of course, the continued build for the TLC match between him and Kevin Owens. But I think the reason why that this episode of SmackDown didn't really interest me much, just from reading the highlights, because one, typical booking is a scene for a lot of different things. The SmackDown Tag Title feud is based off of, once again, the tag champions losing clean every time, except for when the match comes at TLC, even though I still think they don't really have to have every single championship on TLC, which doesn't look like they're going to be going that direction. Oh, I don't know. I have no clue. But nothing seemed worthwhile. And also, because this felt like a different episode of SmackDown where it's like the main focus of the episode was not on like the Roman Reigns storyline as it's been since for the past several months. It felt like it was focused on a different story. And again, a story that I'm just not that interested in, which is the storyline between Sasha Banks and Carmella. That's what this episode of SmackDown seemed that it was featured. It was centered most around. Before I basically just recap what happened on this show, let's check the live chat here really quick. What's up, JR? Who's your favorite wrestler in NXT? Right now with the changing. Well, it's hard because right now in NXT, again, it's just weird down there. I mean, if it was, before he turned heel, definitely Johnny Gargano. I would also put Tommaso Ciampa in there, but of course he's freaking directionless as well. Right now, I'd say it's Kyle O'Reilly. Kyle O'Reilly, I'd say, probably is my favorite out of NXT because he has an interesting direction going for him right now, I'd say. So I'll say Kyle O'Reilly for now. What's up, Tyler? Gives a C-. And Robbie says, can we talk about Roman Reigns' message to Kevin Owens' family, true badass heel, and the head of the table? Oh, definitely. I will talk about that promo for sure that he cut and the story they told tonight, as I'm definitely very excited about that Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns TLC match. Again, these two can have good matches. I mean, again, I know they really overdid them back in 2016 when for weeks on Raw we were just seeing Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins versus Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho just intermixed in there like every single freaking week for like 3 months. It felt like, basically was that way. Um, but one match that I will always put over for sure, I thought that was really good, was the match they had at the 2017 Royal Rumble pay-per-view. That no disqualification match with Chris Jericho in the shark cage. I thought that was an excellent match. And I think they can definitely do the same thing in a TLC match for sure next Sunday, which I will be watching with my good friends Joe Miller and Daniel Gaiza, of course. But yeah, let's just talk about this, recap this show really quick, and then just go from there. Because like I said, I just didn't really, when I look at the highlights, I just didn't really find any interest in it whatsoever, other than, of course, the stuff with Roman Reigns and Kevin. Because, again, this show was centered around the Sasha Banks and Carmella storyline. So the show opened up, it looked like, with a contract signing for Sasha Banks and Carmella. Carmella, though, was backstage as usual for how many contract signings? Oh, I'm going to send someone out there to sign it for me, because we've seen that how many times. And so she sends out her representative, and the same crap, oh, I'm going to retire, days are numbered. And then Sasha offers Carmella a shot tonight, which, okay, why are we giving this away right now already? But then Sasha attacks Carmella's representative to send a message then, which I believe was a guy. And okay. Weird. Then Street Profits and Ziggler and Rude went at it again. This time Dolph Ziggler defeated Montez Ford in a singles match. Typical, as always. And then Big E and Sami Zayn had a non-title match where Sami Zayn again won by countout. I don't know. I mean, I'm able to digest and accept more what they're doing with Sami Zayn, because he's actually looking like a mastermind behind his plans, and he's accomplishing them in a more believable way. Better than it was before, when he was basically a manager, Intercontinental Champion. I literally did absolutely nothing in the ring. But I don't know. I'm just still feeling they can do so much better with Sami Zayn. I mean, again, it's some point where I say, okay, what they're doing is better, but come on, again, where was he when he was in NXT? Like, the level he was on in NXT, or when he first feuded with Kevin Owens when he came up to the main roster also. Yeah, look back at their matches to get a Payback in 2016, at Battleground in 2016. Incredible matches. And Sami Zayn can still put on incredible matches. Even though this whole thing with him kind of like, these count-out victories, it's acceptable, but it's like, you just know Sami Zayn can do so much more better. As far as like, just that white heat that he was definitely getting from me, since he had returned from his injury after WrestleMania 35, since I'd say I couldn't stand Sami the most between that and when he was in his match at WrestleMania. Right, that whole year, I definitely couldn't stand Sami Zayn. Now, I find him passable, but it's like, come on, I know they can do better than this. I just know they can. So, I don't know if that means that Sami's not defending the title against Big E now at, unless they're doing like a match with like a gimmick match or a stipulation or something like that. I don't know. So then we had that match there. And then, of course, we have people showing, like I said, the show is so centered around Sasha Banks and Carmella. Bayley shows her support for Carmella, and then Bianca Belair insults Bayley, and Bayley storms off. Carmella then tells Kayla Braxton that she's untouchable and she'll beat Sasha Banks, typical heel stuff. And then, of course, we get a recap of last week with Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens. Jey Uso, of course, who was attacked last week by Roman Reigns because he just hasn't been able to, capitalize on anything Roman's instructing him to do. Jey, though, says, Roman, are you and I good? He says, we're good. And then Owens, so comes down to the ring, with Reigns instructing Jay to go and get Owens. Owens then throws a table, ladder, and a chair into the ring, addressing Reigns directly. He states he does not fear the champion, especially as he uses his family to fight his battles. And he goes on to cut this promo about how, you may have help from your family that you just bully around, but I have my own friends of my own. And just goes over basically how he's going to beat him with tables, ladders, and chairs. And then Jay gets involved, attacks Owens, wounds his left knee with a chair, but then Owens fights back, and he powerbombs Jay through a table. Owens then goes into the back looking for Roman Reigns, and then basically Owens is just freaking out again about Roman Reigns. And then Roman attacks him. Obviously, since Jay can get the job done, Roman's like, I'm going to do it myself then. And basically, just, he just beat down Owens. And he just talked to the camera towards Owens' family, basically just dissing on him, saying, this is the man that you married. This is the man that's supposed to put in the food on the plate for your kids and whatnot. He says, well, with all disrespect that he's giving me right now, I'm going to be the one to take that plate away from you and whatnot. And stuff like that. Just brutal and savage, definitely. So, as always, awesome there, but rest of the show just didn't catch my eyes at all. The Riot Squad defeated Billy Kay and Natalya. Cesaro and Nakamura beat Otis and Chad Gable. King Corbin apparently has introduced his new stable with Steve Cutler and Wesley Blake as the Knights of the Lone Wolf. When in reality, once again, they look like just a bunch of clowns. Literally, if people wanted to compare Baron Corbin to freaking Jinder Mahal, now we basically got Baron Corbin and Wesley Blake and Steve Cutler is exactly Jinder Mahal and the Singh brothers. What a joke of a stable. We're really gonna take it that seriously. They're waving metal detectors in front of them and whatnot. I'm just like, yeah, this is dumb. The instant that he brought them out and how they're dressed and everything, yep, this is stupid. I don't get it. And then the main event, I guess, was Sasha Banks and Carmella. Carmella won by disqualification, of course. And then afterwards, she attacked Sasha by smashing a bottle of champagne on her back. And again, other than just, they're trying to make, to me, it's like they're trying to make Carmella feel different with this new gimmick. But to me, again, it just feels like how she was when she was a heel back from 2016 to 2018. And was it that interesting? No. It's just back to, super kick only Mella. That's basically all it is. So, yeah, I don't care about this feud, and I didn't care about this episode of SmackDown. Like I said, I didn't go back to watch more of it, and I literally just gave it I didn't give it a grade this week. So that's basically what happened on SmackDown, guys. Tell me what you think in the live chat. Let me check here. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins versus Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho 2016. As Mick Foley said, right here in, no, he didn't say in Columbus, Ohio. He goes, right here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Because it was the night after that show that I wasted $100 to go through to and left my friend's Christmas party earlier for that crap. I think Sasha vs. Carmella TLC should be a falls count anywhere match, given the sneak attacks each has performed on each other would make it a little more interesting. True. What the worst Money in the Bank winner to me is Otis. I wouldn't say Otis. I don't know. I just didn't think he was not the best choice, but I wouldn't say he was the worst. Who would I consider the worst? Brock, maybe? He didn't even need it last year when he got it. Or maybe since Carmella brought back Code of Silence, the match at TLC could be a submission match. I mean, it would work since Sasha's venture is a submission match as well. Champions was all the damn time. Bad choice to give Bianca versus Bayley away on free TV instead of saving it for TLC or Rumble. Wait, they're not doing it at the Rumble? They're doing it next week on SmackDown? Oh, gosh. Of course. I think that they should wait till TLC to do their match. That AJ Styles is a TLC match with McIntyre, and so is Roman. And yeah, I don't get why both world title matches are TLC matches. I've said before, Carmella's gimmick is blonde Sasha Banks. Sasha's basically feuding with herself as a blonde counterpart. Carmella's just basically being booked as a typical blonde in WWE, how they get booked anyways. They're literally just there, and nothing else to me. But hey guys, that's gonna do it. Again, my adrenaline has crashed from this weekend. Again, it's been fun this weekend, but I'm exhausted. And reality about going back to work tomorrow, I'm like, damn it. But luckily, 8 more days until I'm off for a couple days for the holidays. So, yep, this full week, and then 3 days, and as of now, 4-day week the following week, unless they give me New Year's Eve off again like they did last year. So we'll have to wait and see. And again, guys, I don't know. Things are up in the air for me right now for the holidays because of the pandemic and other plans having to change because of everything going on and the restrictions in PA. So next couple weeks, reviews are going to be all over the place, but it's whatever. There's not much going on in wrestling right now anyways. Well, AEW there is, with Kenny Omega going between AEW and Impact, but other than that, I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm going to get to do any end of the year stuff like I normally would do on my channel, so we'll have to wait and see. But guys, I'm just going to lay down and probably crash soon anyways, so that's going to do it, guys. For your thoughts on SmackDown this week, leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. Slap a like on the video and subscribe or comment to my channel, and follow me on Twitter at DemandAirboy93. And until then, guys, I am checking out. Have a great rest of your night. Hope you have a good start to your week, guys. I'll see you all later. Peace out, everybody.
No